Hello. Okay, so Pygame live, gotta check and make sure it's working, and then I'll send out the link and then I can get started. Okay, looks like it's good. Oh, I forgot to change the thumbnail. Oh, too late for that. Yeah. So yeah, I just gotta send out the link. Oops. Share, copy, Discord. What's weird about the audio? Because for the first time like ever, I did not check the audio before I started streaming. Normally I do check it, but I just used the same settings I used for the stream like a couple hours ago. But then again, I had used lockdown browser, so it killed a bunch of processes. I don't know if it messed with anything. What do you mean chipped? Someone else was saying that earlier, but there didn't appear to be an issue. There's actually not a whole lot I can do about it unless I know someone else is having an issue, because if someone else says they're having the same issue, I can just restart things again, but for the time being I'm assuming it's fine. Yeah, it's the same thing that happened last time. Someone thought they heard something and then no one else heard it. Anyways, so I do need to add bullets. So sometimes I think bullets are gonna be like lines, and then sometimes they're going to be like circles. Projectiles are actually very easy to make, although making them look good is a different story. So yeah, after I do the bullets, I can start making enemies. Would I ever consider going full-time indie? I'd probably have to be making like 75k, which is a lot for someone going indie. So yeah, I think that would or it could happen like after I retire or something, because if I'm careful about how I spend my money, I can probably retire early and just live off of whatever I make from indie games, because I don't ever intend to fully retire and stop making stuff, but yeah, my plan is to just kind of work in the CS industry for a while and then probably retire and do my own thing. I just need to have enough in savings to cover my expenses with investments. But yeah, like if I were to do it before retiring or whatever, I would need yeah, probably like 75k a year. Question is, should the bullets be gold or white? I'm thinking white to go along with the whole arrow blaster thing. These tiles are the exact same arrow blaster ones, they're just a different color. How's it going? Good. Alright, so yeah, projectiles. I'm also gonna need to do particle effects. But projectiles. So projectiles are gonna be an object, so I'm gonna need to make a class for them. Projectiles. Rename. No, not duplicate. Rename. .py. There we go. Class projectile. Def. Init. Self. It's gonna need access to the game. Self.game equals game. And it's gonna need a type. Self.type equals type. So the renders. How do I want to do this? I need to have a good way to specify the properties of each projectile. I couldn't just do projectiles.json. Doing this. Revolver. I didn't make the second one for me? Come on. So mode. Wait. So I'm probably going to do is if I I'll do this, like that's just a visual shape, and if I put null, it'll use the image based on the name of the projectile, but if it's filled, it'll create a shape based on the information I give. And then I'll do line, and then so I'll do length and width, I guess. Actually, sure. So line length will be 5, and width will be 2. Because I want it to be a little bit fat. Actually, no, it's a pistol shot. It's not. I kind of think of revolver shots as being a bit fat, but they're not that fat. Okay, so shape needs. Oh, it needs a color in here as well. So. It doesn't do tuples, right? Thanks, Jason. So shape, power, so it's going to be the base damage it does. I'll give it a 3 or something. I can change that later. What else is it going to need? Group. This is probably going to be like a behavioral group. I'll call it normal, whatever. So that's just super simple. Okay, so I need to pull out the config stuff. So from .config, import config. It's gonna be config projectiles is what I'm doing with. Self.config equals config projectiles type. So that'll pull the config from here, so it'll have shape, power, and group. Oh, it's gonna need a speed and a rotation. So rotation, speed. So self.rot. For sake of consistency with the entities, I'm gonna call rotation instead of rot there. Rot self.speed equals speed. Just gonna read chat real quick. I finished my exam, yeah. Super easy. It was object-oriented programming. Funny enough, I took another class at supposedly a worse college that was just an intro class that was more extensive and more difficult than my object-oriented programming class, which is kind of funny. Do I do collisions with masks? No, I use rects. C++. Oh boy, what is C++ used for? Because C is used for like operating systems and some low-level stuff. I think it's used in some networking stuff. I'm not sure what the specific use case for C++ is. I think it's just kind of like one of the go-to languages for some software projects. It's not really used on the web though. Like, it's not used for servers and stuff as far as I know. Like, it probably can be used, but I don't think it's used very widely. Python's used for all sorts of things. AI, websites, data science, just like general scripting and data aggregation from like scraping and stuff like that. Why do I use Atom? Because it works. Your editor doesn't matter. Anyways. Okay, def move self. I have a function from dot core funcs import advance. I think that's the one. Core funcs. Yeah, advance position angle amount. Is it a pointer or? I don't know. So advance returns the position. Okay. But it also modifies it in place, so I don't need to accept that. So self dot speed. Wait, no. Advance self dot. I forgot the position. Self dot position equals position. Actually, everywhere else I use that actually. So advance it. Was it rotations? Why do I keep forgetting what the arguments were for this thing? Actually, Kite probably could have autofilled that if I checked. Angle. Self.rotation amount is self.speed by self.game.window.dt. So def update self. So it's going to have to advance. So advance or self.move, and then it needs to run. Wait, no, rendering is going to be over here. So it's def render self. It needs to surf as well. Offset equals 0 0. Self dot for. Wait, no, not for. What am I thinking? If self dot config. What was the field? Shape, and this ensures it's not null. So this else case is going to be where I deal with like images and stuff, but for this first one I'm not doing images. It's going to be pygame.draw.line screen well, no, not screen, surf self.config color, no, shape 1. Oh, now I can do it. If self.config shape is line. No, not. That is your index. There we go. So right here, I can do some other shapes, but for now I'm just doing the line. So okay, that's the color, and I believe the next thing is the first position. Come on, Kite. Oh, that's why it doesn't know, because I forgot to import Pygame. Duh. So if I do this, there we go. Now it gives me everything. So surface color, start position, and position width. So start position is going to be self.position. Wait, no. Self.position 0 minus offset 0. Self.position 1 minus offset 1. And then this one's going to be, boy. Let's do this. Render position equals that. Render position. Oh, it needs to be a list. And then advance render position dot copy self dot rotation, and I can make, we'll choose the length here, so that's going to be self dot config shape 2, and I believe I just have to do self dot config shape 3 for the width. There we go. I'll probably do it. Well, wait, update's not done yet. So the speed should not decay. I do need like a timer or something to determine when it's gone too far. Maybe not a timer. Like if it's too far away from the player or something, it just needs to delete itself. So actually what I can do is, do I have a get distance function? Why does this thing has a distance thing? Okay. So I can do in range of a position. I can pass it. So this is gonna be interesting. If self.game.entity, wait, no, .world.entities.player.inRange of the self. I should have left that thing open. In range, target range. Okay. So I'll say if it's within 600 pixels. Well, actually, I'll do if not. Return false. Yeah. Return true. So the false and true is whether or not it's alive. Okay. So I need to add this to the entities now. Well, I'm gonna group it in this manager, even though it's not technically an entity. Self.projectiles equals that. For projectile in self.projectiles. Projectile.update. For consistency, I'm going to throw the DT in there. DT. And then for projectile in self.projectiles, projectile.render surf self.game.world.camera.position. There we go. So now I just have to, oh, I have to do this part too. Live equals that. From dot core funcs import ITR. And then I go over here, I projectile in ITR that. This is just an iteration tool I have. make things clean. Self.projectiles.pop I if not alive. There we go. So that'll delete the projectiles so they don't hang around too long. Okay. So the next step is just adding them, but I'm gonna read the chat for a moment here. I'll run the game while I wait. Oh. Jason decoded the error. I always forget that you're not allowed to use the extra comma there like you can in Python. Okay. Reading the chat. Okay. You guys talking to each other, looks like. I've never heard of grepper. Unless you're talking about grep. I know what grep is. Do I have my own engine? It depends how you define engine. I would say I have my own framework. Yeah, alright. That looks like it's it for the question. So, back to development. Okay. So, bullets. Player. Oh, I don't have mouse input, do I? So I'm just going to do self.mouse input mouse state equals that. So left false, right false, left hold false, right hold false, left release false, right release false. And I can take this and actually put this in full reset because things. And then for soft reset, self.mouse state left equals false. So this is just to update the ones that are only supposed to last for one frame to make sure that they only stay true for one frame. Left release, right release. And then now, if event.type is mouse button down, if event.button is 1, that's left click, self.mouse state left equals true, self.mouse state left hold equals true. Why is it indentation? And then 3 is right click, so I just have to switch these to right. Right. And then I gotta do release. So mouse button up. So left hold needs to become false. And then left release needs to become true. So that's just a state tracker for the mouse. Okay. So now I can go over here and if self.game.input.mouse state This is going to be a single fire weapon, I guess, because that's how revolvers are. You don't hold down the trigger and it just shoots forever. Okay, so left click is going to do self dot game dot world dot entities dot projectiles dot pend from dot dot projectiles import projectile. Wait, no. Projectile. What are the arguments here? Type, position, rotation, speed, game. So type is going to be revolver. Position is going to be self.center. I'll copy that or I'm gonna have some problems. Rotation is going to be self.weapon. Okay, you know what? This one's in radians and the other one's in degree. Whatever, I'll just do it like this. Rotation. Mass.radians. Switch it back. Okay, rotation and then speed, I think, is the next one. So speed, 200. That's probably really slow, but we'll see. Yeah, position, speed. Okay, game, right? So self-decking. Here comes the crash. Let's go. Crash. Let's go. Player has no attribute. Weapon rotation, right? So it's self.weapon.rotation, not weapon rotation, right? Takes one argument given 5. Oops. So that's going to be projectile key error type. Oops. Projectiles. So that's just going to be config type. Oh, I know. Config self.type. Date. Alright, oops. DT. And DT. Here we go, we've got bullets. So the initial position is not quite correct, so I need to put an advance on that. I can do it in here. Spawn advance, which is going to be in pixels. Let's do 5, I think will be enough. Projectiles. Advance by self.config spawn advance. Wonderful. Next to the comma. So that's a better starting position. So bullets, yay. I do want them to be able to hit things though. So I need to add collision, but I am gonna read the chat real quick. Grepper is a Chrome extension that shows you other people's answers to their problems, pretty much. Isn't that just like searching anything? Are you a VTuber now? Yes, but without the anime. You love pixel art? What am I working on? It's in the description. It's just a combat experiment for the devlog project. I want to. If you saw my last devlog for the devlog project, I said that I wanted to rethink the core game mechanics, and so I'm messing around with combat mechanics right now. How long have I been streaming for? If you're talking about like this specific stream, YouTube will tell you if you look at the bar on the bottom. It's probably been like what? Oh, my thing says here 30 minutes. Yeah. In terms of streaming in total, I started streaming in like 2015, I think. And I actually had an avatar I could control with my keyboard, and it was animated and everything. So I was doing this type of thing a long time ago, and then I stopped. I did not have face tracking though. It was just an animated avatar I was controlling with my keyboard. Do I have any games on Steam? Yes, 2. Super Potato Bra and Drawn Down Abyss. Oh, how much longer will I be streaming? Oh, you're Kyle? Oh, right, yeah, I remember seeing that name in the Patreon stuff. I put your username in the description instead of your actual name because I didn't want to dox you. But yeah, I'll be streaming. I mean, I could be streaming another 2-3 hours maybe. Who knows? I don't know. And just how long I feel like. What is the best language for game dev? It depends. Anyways, okay, back to this. So I need bullets to have collisions. So projectiles. Is the music dead? Because I think there's like one track that has a long dead silence for some reason. So it'll return false if it's too far away, and then also where is it? Oh, there goes the music, but tile map. So def tile collide self position. Now I have the same comment right here, so I know this is in pixels and not tile location. So did I forget to I forgot to actually do that. Oops. That was some bad notation there. Anyways, so I can take the same code actually, and then do if tile position in self.tilemap return true, else return false. So just like that, I don't even have to do any collision detection really. I just have to look up the location. The point collisions are super quick like this with the setup I've got here. So projectiles, I can do if self.game.world.tilemap.collide tile. Was it collide tile or tile collide? Tile collide. Wow, thanks me. Tile collide. And then I give it the position. So self.position. Then wait. If I ever want to do if I ever want to do proper collision so that I can get bounced angles and stuff, I'm going to need to, or actually I'm just gonna do it now, but I need to do the X and Y movement separately so I can get the angle of the wall that I hit. So I'm actually not going to be using advance here. So self.position 0 plus equals math.cosine of self.rotation by self.speed by dt. And then do the same thing for y, except using sine. And then remove that. And I can do this thing now. Boop. Boop. Collided equals I'm gonna do with the same thing I did for the against these here, which is, where's the line? I didn't, this thing, this one-liner. Yay. Reads better. Directions equals that. And I can do, actually I'm going to do change x. Take that and do plus equals cx. Cx equals that. And cy equals that. So I know what it was. So if cx is more than 0, that means it's moving right. So collide on the right side. So directions right equals true, else directions left equals true. And then I can do the other movement. Oh, wait. Huh. I'm gonna have to return directions. So it needs to not do the Y part if it gets through, well, if it doesn't get through the X part. So if CY is more than 0, directions down equals true, so that's a bottom equation. If no, it's just else directions up equals true, that's a equation above, return directions. So collisions equals that, and what is it? If any collisions dot values, I think is how you do it. It gets a list of the values of the dictionary. So if any of them are true, it's collided, and that'll be returned false because it's non-existent anymore. There we go. Of course, crash. It doesn't have math. Come on, you don't know what math is? And none type has no attribute. How did it? Oh, yeah, if it doesn't hit anything. So actually I don't have to return that there, because it'll return at the bottom anyways. There we go. So I want the projectiles to be a little bit quicker. Oh wait, that's gonna be player 300. Ooh. I thought I wanted that to be 2, not 1. Yeah, look, they're fatter now. And faster as well. Fatter and faster. Okay. So I do want some particles on these things. So I want some particles to pop out of the gun when I shoot. And then also particles when it collides. I'm gonna catch up on chat real quick though. Actually, leave it running. So people don't get confused. I don't release my games on mobile. You can make Pygame games for Android. I don't know exactly how it works, but you can. I just never looked into it. I use, in terms of non-standard packages, I use script and kite. That's about it. Okay. So yeah, particles. I want to use my curved particles from Experiment Archer. Experiment Archer, data, wait no, scripts. Where is it? Is it just in here? Particle manager, particle. Where's B bounce? Yikes. So this particle system's fairly loaded. Where are the... Does this not do the curved sparks? I know I used them in here somewhere, but am I just blind? No. Well, it wouldn't be in here. Where did I put them? It's not there. Oh, VFX probably. Curve spark, here we go. So I don't think the curve spark counts as a particle, but I'm gonna use it like one anyways. Actually, I'll just create a sparks thing. Oh, it's like a VFX group thing. Oh right, I wrote all this stuff as well. Actually, I might as well use this whole thing. Can't be too hard to implement. I already implemented a bunch of other things from Experiment Archer in here. So just copy that script. I can throw the particles for now. So, desktop, Vagrant, scripts, VFX. Now I do need to figure out how it's supposed to work. So, this is the manager, it looks like. I don't remember what these numbers mean exactly. This is gonna be... Yikes. So I have a grouping system here, so it can spawn a bunch of particles at once with like one line. I may have over-engineered this part a bit. So I'll do this under, should it be render or world? I'll do it under renderer. Render. Self.vfx. Actually, no, I'll stick it in the world. The world, it'll work better in. Self.vfx equals vfx. From .vfx import vfx. So vfx has... Who needs the game? I'm gonna just start closing things again. Boop. And boop. So world. So it needs access to the game. I'll actually move it over here. Self.vfx.update. Does it need a DT? Self.game.window.dt. And what dependencies does it use? Just core funcs. Okay, good. So update looks good. Render front, render back. I'll do this both in one shot. Actually, I can do it like this. Self.vfx.render front. Surf. That's actually back. That should be there. I just got the canvas notification for my exam being graded. Woohoo. Wait, no. Back. So, yep, I think that's it. Oh, let's see if it crashes. No crash, good. So I can start spawning VFX. I do need to make, I could probably reuse the bow sparks and the arrow impact sparks. I'm just gonna pull a sneaky here and see what happens if I just reuse these. So to spawn it, spawn group, group type, position, rotation, layer, color. Okay. So group type is going to be bow sparks. It's going to be under player, which is in here. Okay, so if it shoots, then self.game.world.vfx.spawn group. It doesn't know the things. The group will be bow sparks, VFX, position rotation. So self dot position and self dot wait, no, this part. Actually, it's gonna be, ooh, I'm gonna have to do an advance on this. So we do from core funcs import advance. So I'm going to have to advance this by this rotation for about 5 pixels. I don't know if it's already advanced or not, maybe. It's possible that this thing will advance it for me. I wouldn't count on it. Oh, we're about to find out. So spawn group, bow sparks, get ready to crash. Boom. Oh, it didn't crash, but huh. Yeah, I forgot to set the offsetting. That's just gonna be here. And self.camera.position. Oh, wrong spot. Here. So the back 3 particles are unnecessary. So that's going to be, which ones are the back 3? Maybe these 2? Well, it's the back 2, not 3. I'm gonna take that wild guess and see what happens. Yeah, looks like I got it right. So it does need to be advanced a bit more. So let's advance it by 8 pixels instead of 5. There we go, that's smock on the tip. Pew 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 pew. I don't think they need to be so thick. That is a setting in here. Question is which one? I think it's curve spark fatness is the last one. So I can probably just go 0.6 and 0.6. Yeah, that worked, I think. Pew 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 pew. So I do need to add the collision sparks now. But I think that's another thing I have. Arrow impact sparks. So that is a group in itself. So you have to pass it an angle, I think. Yeah. So I'm gonna take this, go to particles, or projectiles, and on impact, can do if directions up, then up would mean the angle is, it's like backwards. So normally you start right and you go counterclockwise, but since it's Pygame, the vertical is flipped, so you start right and then you go down. So it's going to be 90 degrees. No, 270. But anyways, that's going to be at arrow impact sparks. Arrow impact sparks. It's just going to be self.position, .copy. Actually, that doesn't even need to be advanced, so I can take off that part. And that part, I already have math, and I'm going to do math.pi by 3 divided by 2. I think that's right. And then if directions down, so this one's 90 degrees, so that's 1 divided by 2. And then if directions right, it's going to be just as is. Actually, that's just literally divided by 2. If directions left, it's going to be 2. Wait, no, it's just wait, this one's 0, and this one's math.pi. I think that's right. Crashed. Directions is not defined because I used the wrong variables collisions. Up. What? It's top and bottom, not up and down. Nice. But, huh. Okay. There we go. It's hitting. I'm not seeing any sparks. Oh, I saw some. Those are sparks right there. Hold on. That's funky. Hold on. I'm gonna print out collisions. Something's scuffed here. Wait. No. So what could possibly be going wrong here? So if I hit there, it should be bottom. Ah, right. I forgot the other part. This part's messed up as well. Bottom. Top. That should fix it. And we should have proper sparks. Just like one of them. So I need to spawn more than that. It's gonna be for loop. What I'll do is angle equals, and then I can swap this with angle. And then for I in range random.randint 2 to 4. No, 2 to 3. And import random. And just divided by 2. Angle equals 0. And angle equals math.pi. Should be good now. There we go, that's what I was looking for. So the sparks are a bit big again. That's going to be in here. Which one's the scale? So it's decay rate scale, so the one before it. 3. And then make it it also needs to be less fat, yeah. And it needs to be even less fat. 0.7. So yeah, there we go. So the angles are correct based on the angle of the collision. And hold on, I'm gonna make this thing rapid fire. Just for fun. If I go over here, is it left hold? Where's input? Input is here. Left hold. Huh. So now I can hold down. There we go, that's fun. It kind of demonstrates the good performance I've got here. Wait. So for I in range 5. Plus random.randint 0 to 100 divided by 100 minus 0.5. Come on. I want to have some fun here. Don't crash. There we go. Shotgun. I can do more than that. Hold on. Player. Let's do 10. Shotgun. Like my particle physics? There we go. And if I do it right here, I can check if the game's slowing down. I can deleting the bullets properly by whether or not this slows down if I do it for long enough. I think the bullet rate's staying the same, so I should be in the clear. Anyways, reading chat real quick. This is probably my favorite part of game development, doing stuff like this. Wait, is that Portuguese? What is that? Okay. I can't read like half of the comments now. I can read a bit of Spanish, but that ain't Spanish. Or, I think that's Portuguese, isn't it? I should add dash. There's probably going to be an ability like that later on. It's broken, it should be nerfed. I'm testing. Yeah, okay. Oh, you know, I need to like save a screenshot of this to use as a thumbnail. Actually, I can probably edit it during the stream. Hold on. This is gonna be tricky. So I'm gonna have to jump up really high, and then that's not quite what I intended. What's the best way to take a screenshot while I do this? Because I have to press two buttons. I have to press FN and print screen, but I also have to be pressing W to jump, and then left clicking. My fingers aren't big enough to hit all three of those, but wait. Maybe I can press print screen. Hold on. Just getting the screenshots is very difficult. So I got my pointer finger on print screen, my pinky on my mouse. Let's see. Hold on, let's get the right position here. So mouse needs to be there. Pointer on print screen. So do that. Jump. Did I get it? Hold on. No, I didn't get it. Hold on, let's try to do that again. There's gotta be a better way to do this. But I don't know what that is. So, doing it this way. So. I missed. So, shoot. Did I get it? It looks so scuffed. Actually, you know what? I can do it from here. And I don't even have to jump. So, there we go. I got the screenshot. Definitely. It's very difficult to tell what's going on. New idea. Let's do... Actually, it's fine. Okay, time to make the thumbnail. So here's the image. Bit of YouTubing advice here. I need to maintain aspect ratio 1 to 80. The default resolution is 1 to 80 by 720 for thumbnails. So I get this on 720. 720 is right. I don't have to right zoom. So here's my next thumbnail. I can save it. Promo. Thumbnail 1. There we go. So edit. Thumbnail change. Boop. Thumbnail 1. There we go. So the thumbnail should be updated. I'm gonna see if that's actually the case. If I go here. Okay, maybe it'll take a bit, who knows. I could add a pod statement in my game. I don't, that's more work than I need to do right now. Just set the FPS to 0. Pygame particle system interacts with physics. What? Pygame does not have a particle system, and Pygame does not have a physics system. I wrote those. The way I use Pygame is pretty much just show an image at this location or draw this shape at this location. That's about the extent of what I do. Yes, triple monitor setup. I was looking very far to the right. Okay, so I'm gonna do this single stream again. So boop, boop. I can add. This is a little bit different. So I'm gonna take out the random part. I forgot the comma. There we go. So it's back on the single stream again. Looks so scuffed. I wonder if this would be a better thumbnail. Because you can kind of see what's going on a little bit better. Yeah, I think this would actually be a better thumbnail. I think... So... Thumbnail. You saw my setup for a moment there. It's a good thing I took safeguards against accidental face reveals. Okay. 1 to 80. Okay. Save. Thumbnail 2. There we go. But what is... I forgot that MS Paint does some weird stuff with scaling. Okay. So, thumbnail change, thumbnail 2. There we go. That should get more viewers. Except for the fact that it's not updated. It didn't even do the old one yet. I think I'd actually have to stop the stream and start it again, but it'll be set for the next time I stream, I guess. Okay. I may or may not have just been reading YouTube comments on my other videos. Okay. So I need to switch this thing back to single fire. This is not supposed to be sprayed. So that's just left now. And we're back on single fire. So next is, did I just spaz out or did I see something wrong? What happened there? Wait, I think I just saw it again. What happened? Wait, did you just do it again? I must be going crazy or something. Like I'm like jumping right as I hit the ground and it almost looks like I'm glitching out. I think it's fine. I think it's just the delta time being very, like the frame rate being very high, so it's making me see things for very short periods. Well, like, I'll probably take one frame where I am on like this side of it, and then the one over here, because the precision. How was my test? I got 100%. There's 40 multiple choice questions on object-oriented programming. Although it was Java, not Python. My devlog, there's no name for the project. You can know what it's on by watching the videos. Mobile lag watching the character shooting. Yeah, well, I think the quality would just get trashed, not actually lag out. If it's lagging out, then I think that's probably on my end with just my internet being trash. Oh, speaking of which, I should have better internet in August. I can actually stream 1080p with a decent bitrate, because my bitrate right now is like what is that? I think I'm streaming at 6 megabits per second up. I mean, actually that's not too bad, but it's also not great. Okay, so yeah, I need enemies. So I need something flying around for me to shoot. The question is, what should it look like? Oh, the thumbnail's working for you? What? It didn't... Why doesn't it work for me? Oh, now it's working for me. Huh. And my viewership spiked. Impressive. That's funny. Okay. So, need an enemy. Okay, but wait. What if the enemy looked like this? Anyways, that's actually probably something along the lines of what I actually want to use. So it's gonna have to be flying. I don't want to do the ground-based AI right now. That's gonna be such a mess, and I'm probably not even gonna stream myself doing that because I really need to focus when I'm doing that. Because it's not something I've really done before. Like, I've done ground-based AI, but my plan is to, like, well, for some of it, give it, it's going to jump around the player, and it's going to have, like, grappling hooks, and it'll use A-star pathfinding and stuff, but A-star does not mix well with platformers. I'm going to have to create my own implementation for that. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna have to really focus when I do that one, so that's not gonna be a stream probably. But this part's easy. So what should it look like? Should it be green? I could make it metal looking. So like, just like give it. I should do the bottom shape first. So let's just kind of make it like this, and then I'm gonna try to make this symmetrical. It's well, it's difficult to do this efficiently with a mouse. Okay, so now put some metal plates on the front. No, not that color. This color. So metal plates. I think that's about right. So take this, rotate horizontal, and then it goes up here. There we go. Now I need some eyes. I'm probably gonna get red eyes. Actually, can have one eye. Wouldn't it be interesting if it had an eye that followed the player? That's too much work. I don't feel like doing that. So, just doing this instead. I don't know. I think that contrast is a bit excessive, but then again, from a game design standpoint, that contrast on the eye is not a bad idea. Need to add some highlights here, so you know it's metal. So normally this stuff like goes one direction. I think that's good. So now I need to do this part. Oh boy. I could use dithering here. Dithering's always a bit dangerous to work with. Makes me a little uncomfortable. There we go. Add some contrast. I don't know, like this one will do. No, those look like legs if I do it like that. It's gonna be like that. There we go. I like that. I almost feel like this contrast should be a little bit, whatever. Do I have a dark color? Does this work as a dark color? Not sure about that one. There we go. Do I have a lightish blue that I can use? No, that's too light. Does this work? Here we go. So that'll be the enemy, it looks like. Actually, that purple color isn't much darker than the blue, which is but I think that's fine. How many colors did I just use there? Actually I should probably be using this color for consistency. Okay. Alternatively, this one, but actually that one is better. So I'm gonna cut back on the dithering a tiny bit here. It needs to be so dithered. I think that's fine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 colors. Yikes. Oh wait, no, it's 7, because I used the same red twice. So that's the enemy. So I'm going to pop this into A-Sprite and animate it. By default, it has the dimensions of whatever got copied. Oh, right, that's an issue. I need slightly larger because I need space to actually animate it. Here we go. And I need to boom, boom. Actually, no, it can be black. That's fine. I'm gonna read chat real quick again. You should put your face tracker AI into a game to be the villain. I could record it for stuff. Well, technically, I can put this model into pretty much any game and render it. Well, the rendering's a bit slow. Like if you combine it with the rest of a game. I don't even know what its performance is in terms of frame rate because it only needs to be like 30 since the AI for face tracking only does like 30 FPS. And I mean, you only stream at like 30 FPS anyways, usually. Is this open source? Like the thing I'm working on right now? Not at the moment. Normally when I release games, I release the source. Do I ever worry about performance issues with Python? Not really. I haven't really had issues with that for a while. I mean, like, because I know the limits well enough that I know what I need to do to get around them. Doesn't it look like he's sitting with huge feet? It won't look like he's sitting once he's actually in the air. Also, the way I'm gonna animate it won't make it look like it's sitting. I'm not sure what you're asking. Area under 51. Oh, under area 51. Can't read. Get a sprite dark theme. Is that a thing? Huh. I didn't know that was a thing. I'll probably do that later. Not sure how you do it, but yeah, I might do that later. Is the enemy a fighting dude? Yes. Is there an advantage using PNG versus hard-coded graphics image sprites? What? What do you mean hard-coded? Are you making it out of shapes instead of images? Everyone just uses images, and images are going to be faster than shapes if you're like for this type of thing. It's PX editor. I still don't know if it's even pronounced PX editor or PX editor. I never decided how you're supposed to pronounce it. It's easier to say PX editor, so I guess it's PX editor. Who knows? All right. So animation time. Frame, new frame. Okay. So it's probably going to Can I make this thing a little bit longer? Canvas size. Height 22. There we go. So fill and fill. So I want. Okay, it's going to. Hold on. So the first frame is just going to like twitch the metal. Probably. So just slightly rotate it, I guess. Boop. And And then take this part, move it over here, and I need to get my secondary color straight. So I think it's just I right click, yeah. So do that. Oh, this is frame 1 instead of frame 2. Oops. Move. There. Okay. So I can do the same. Oh wait, no, I can't just flip it. X. So new frame. I think that's not quite what I'm imagining. Went a bit more. That's what I'm looking for. So now I gotta do the same thing on the other side. So the new shape is like flat on the top. So flat for 3 pixels, then 2 pixels down on the side. Before 2 more pixels. And then step and then 2. And then two and 2. So it's like that. This needs to be moved. Come on. It knows my secondary color is black. Why didn't it do its thing? So how close is that? So the top side needs to be done. So it looks like it goes like that. Oop, oop. It's like a staircase. I think that I got the shape right. So this just needs to be updated. So I do want to do that. And then new frame, move you over here, and oopsies. So that needs to be like that. Okay, I want it to wait, frame 2. The timings I've got here are not going to be the exact timings. I've got a custom timings thing I'll be using. So this one actually needs to go over here, and then for this part, it's going to do that. Actually, wait. Wait, I'm going to just swipe off the bottoms here. There we go. Now I can do this part, which is the dripping. I'm kind of making this blood or something. Gonna lose the E for everyone rating. So, boop boop. I can probably do that actually. I'm gonna need another frame. Because I don't want them to be synced. So frame new. And this one's gonna go here. And new frame. Frame new, delete that. Frame new, delete that. Frame new. And it's back to the original state. So actually I don't need this frame. Actually, I wanted to do the blink thing. So, boop, boop, I'm missing. Okay. Swipe off that top. Do this. I'm gonna copy it for a few frames here. Swipe off the top. And let's see how it looks. I got an extra pixel in there. What's that doing? No, don't do that. There we go. That's what I was looking for. So in reality, it's going to be a bit slower. Is it frame properties? Not going to mess with that too much. Okay, reading the chat again. I'll leave this running. Question, can you draw best quality pixel with mouse only? I'm using a mouse right now. Like pixel art, it's easy to do with a mouse because it's the definition of pixel art, or I don't know if it's like an official definition or what, but most people consider it, or not most people necessarily, but a lot of people consider it to be when you put attention into the individual pixels. I don't think it necessarily means all of the individual pixels, but there's intention behind details down to the pixel in a lot of cases. But if you're going by that definition, then you probably aren't doing strokes big enough to like actually need like clean strokes, because you're messing with things on a pixel level anyways, so you can clean up your strokes easily. The image upside down looks kind of clean. What? I'm confused by that. Let's see what that is. How do you know what this looks like upside down? You're watching on a phone, you turn it upside down, I guess. Rotate, flip, vertical. The lighting's a bit scuffed, but it kind of looks like a rocket. No, it's not a person. The thing that was coming to my mind was actually Bronzong in yeah. When do you think you'll make a 3D game? This face is 3D. I don't know. If it makes 3D, I'm doing VR. I mean, I don't know when that is. I have 2D stuff I want to do first. Can I recommend a book to learn programming? Inventing Games with Python. The 4th edition. That's the one I learned from. Although I would stop at the Pygame stuff, because I didn't do the Pygame half of it. So I don't know what's in it really. Might be good, it might not. Isn't the shortcut to make a new frame in A-Sprite? Yes, there is, but I forgot it. Isn't it like Alt-N? Okay, apparently I didn't forget it. It was Alt-N. The blink should have an in-between frame. What? Not sure how I should in-between that. Unless you're talking about my avatar. You enjoy my content? Thanks. The blink is fast. That's because, well, like I said, the frame rates in A-Sprite are not going to be the actual frame rates in the game. I'm gonna manually set those. What software am I using? A-Sprite. Will this be archived? All of my streams are under my live streams playlist. I don't like to flood my channel with live streams, like, because if I were to stream like 3 days a week, you would see like 3 streams for every one of my main videos. So I just make my streams unlisted and in a playlist. So you just go to that playlist. Yeah. Why don't I use VS Code? Because I don't want to. Do I have a wink? No, because this is not eye tracking. The face changes, like the eye changes are from emotion tracking. When I smile, it makes the eyes do the thing. The software I'm using doesn't have eye tracking. I was looking at some other stuff for that, but the thing I was looking at, like, it can track where your eyes are looking, but it doesn't track blinks. So I know, well, I might mix it with some of my own software that tracks eyes and does blinks, but I need to clean that up first and get that to work properly. But yeah, at some point I'll probably add proper blinking for my face thing. That's separate from the blinking on the thing I just drew, though. Anyways. Okay, so time to save this. Up. So I'm gonna call this, what did I call it? Enemy 1, or, yeah, I'm just gonna give them numbers. Enemy 1 dot is, so export animations enemy 1 idle. Wait. PNG. How do I? So it's image 0.png export. Boot, and we're good. So I should have animations enemy 1 idle. There we go. So it's there. I'm just gonna double check and make sure that file works properly. Yeah, that works. Okay, so animations, enemy one idle. I'm going to need to configure this in a moment here. If I run the game, it'll generate the config for me. So here's the config, and I can set the frame durations now. But before I do that, I want to create an entity for it, just so I can see it. Where is it? Entities. Copy that. I need the dimensions, which are going to be this. So 15 by 18. 15 by 18, and I'll put that at 140. And this one will be called enemy 1. Entity. There he is. That needs to be fixed. Where is that? Entity. Oh, and that's in the animation loader. Load image, color key. No, color key is going to be black. There we go. So he's there. I do need to I need to do the frame timing now. So actually I'm gonna pull up Sprite for this because wait. Images enemy1.ace. So from here I can tell what the indexes are pretty easily. So the first one is going to be the longest by far. I'm going to put that on a second long. The second one, all of them through, well, 2 through 4 are going to be pretty quick, so I'm going to make this 3 frames. 5 needs to last for a long time. 60. Oh, it's this song, the one with the high-pitched noise. This is the only Snail's House song that I am not a fan of. Okay. So this one needs to be slow-ish because the thing's kind of dripping. And then that one can be faster. So 8 and 9, and then 10. So this one could be 20 frames, I guess. Something is wrong there. I must have miscounted something. So 1. Oh, I think I know what it is. So if I go in here, images, animations, enemy 1 idle. Yeah, there's 11 of them. That's what happened. So the images are coming up out of order, I think. Because I think I just ran a simple sort on it. And that doesn't work once things go past 10. Or actually once they hit 10. So here... Oh yeah, I don't even sort it. So image list. I'm gonna do image.split on that and go 0. So first part. dot split underscore, go to the last part and take an integer of that to get the number of it, put that into a list, and now self.imageList.sort self.imageList equals v for v in self.imageList, and then I just do v1 for the image. What? Invalid syntax. How is that invalid syntax? Huh, wait. Well, whatever, wait, what? Hold on, I'm gonna move some stuff here. And catch up in the chat real quick. I haven't tried using Pygame on Android, and Pygame it's a more of a media framework, well, media library. It doesn't have physics, it doesn't have particles, it doesn't have multiplayer inherently. You have to code that yourself using like a sockets library, but it's doable. It's not a closed system. You can hook up whatever you want to it. That's why I can do this face tracking stuff. Yeah, for some reason, like, whenever it's this time of day, there's a lot of Brazilian viewers. It probably has something to do with the time zones, but I don't know why they're... I would assume they're, like, the time zones aren't that different from where I am. I think most... Isn't it like an hour ahead of EST or something? Something like that. I don't remember exactly. So... Why is this? Oh, where's the accept? What? Did I delete that? Oh, I'm stupid. It goes down here. There we go. So that's what I was looking for. I might make the shake a little bit slower. Shake doesn't need to be that fast. So it does need to have an attack image. Wait, how fast can I click here? Not that fast, apparently. Anyways, so I do want it to follow me and stuff. I need to make a class for that. You know what? I'm gonna just call it Metalhead. Class Metalhead. And I can inherit in the exact same way I did with all the other stuff here. So take the entity, and then entity, def, init, and I can take the same arguments. It's VFX. So player, I can just splat the args, it looks like. Boop. And okay. So I need to hijack the update and add some AI to this thing. So It needs to just pretty much move towards the player until it's at a certain distance, and then maybe orbit or something like that. Actually, I could just kind of make it bob up and down very slowly. So, self.bob timer equals 0. Self.bob timer plus equals dt. Self dot. How should I do this? Because it needs to know its base position, and then it needs to have a render position essentially that's modified. Yikes. What's the best way to do this? I do have the offset functionality, but that's gonna make the hitbox a bit funny. Oh, speaking of which, I do need to put in the offsets. I think it's just -1, -1. Oh, I can put an outline here. That's great. Okay, that's tricky. I could just make a target the position. That'll work. Oh, this thing needs to not do physics. I think it's already doing that actually. So bob timer. So angle equals math.atan to, wait, no, I think I've got a function for this. I definitely have a function for this. So, where's entity? Entity dot get angle, and I can give it another entity. So get angle equals self.get angle, and then to the self.game.world.entities.player. So that's the angle to the player. Now I need to get a distance. That's another function, I think. Under entity. And I closed it. Great. I need to stop doing that. So get distance to target. So this equals self.get distance to self.game.world.entities.player. And so actually, no, I don't need that at all to determine the best position to go to. All I have to do is self.target, or actually I don't even need to do that. Target position equals, this is from the player, self.game.world. I'm not gonna type that again. So player equals self.game.world.entities.player. That shortens things. Player. And I can do player.position 0 plus math.cosine of the angle. Ooh, it needs to be flipped around. So plus math.pi. By, and I can set the distance. So self.hover distance equals, and I'll also mix the random amount, random.random. Let's say 50 to 90. Import random. So self.hover distance. This is how far away it'll attempt to stay from the player. And do that. Switch that to sign. And then target position 1 plus equals math.sign self.bob timer by 30. I don't need about that much. 16. It needs to be able to move towards the target position. So angle equals self dot get angle to the target position. So just target position. Self dot position 0 plus equals math dot cosine needs a speed. Self dot speed equals random dot random. It's not gonna be too fast. Angle by self dot speed. And then sine. So this will move towards the target position. This equals self dot get distance. This get distance. Oh, it needs a position thing. X. Or wait, I'll do this. Dot. Where is it? Get distance. Try. And then accept. And just chop off that part. If get distance target position. Alright, no. If that is less than, no, it's more than 10, then it'll move. Actually, no, it needs to follow it very closely because of the whole, if, here's how I'm going to do it actually. If it's more than self dot speed, that's the proper way to do this. Else, then self dot position equals self dot equals target position dot copy. There we go. That's the proper way, I think. Do I have the metal head? Oh wait, no, I need to actually make it a metal head. So metal head. Now for it to crash and burn. Metal head is not defined right. So entities. Math, right? Oh, it's so fast. Why is it so fast? That AI is trippy. Wow. But yeah, that's significantly faster than I meant. Because I forgot the DT. Wait, that didn't help much. Come on. Oh, that's why. Oh, it's still too fast. Let's make it 50 to 80, I guess. That'll make it much slower. But it's spazzing out a little bit. I want the hovering motion to be less. It doesn't need to be. It's only 16. Why is it going so far? Oh, it's double that because of the way sine works. It's -1 to 1, not 0 to 1. So 8. That doesn't need to be that high. It's 5. So 10 pixels. Hover. I'm gonna make it slower as well. Divided by 2 self dot hover rate equals 2 self dot hover rate. It's the jitter is bugging me out. I'm thinking just don't do the jitter. Maybe. It's still jittering. By what's the best way to do this? 5? Wait, you know what? Let's just do it this way. In raw pixels, it needs to be at least 3 pixels away before it'll try to move. Uh, 2? Wait, no, 5. Yeah, none of that's helping. So, back to the other code. I'll probably sort that out later. It's a little bit annoying. I mean, technically, if it's sitting right here, you're probably going to be just shooting at it. The bobbing thing does some weird stuff to the motion because it forces itself to move to certain positions. To stay in range as well. It'll follow below as well. I think I can get it below me. Come on. Go down. Oh, it was going up. Okay. But, I think if I go over here... whatever. It has a tendency to stay above. I mean, that's fine. It's actually, from a game design standpoint, that's fine. Okay. So, next up is it shooting at me. Or should I do me being able to shoot it? Let's do that. This thing doesn't have a velocity. I have some normalized functions as well. So from core funcs import normalize. So before it does movement, wait. Actually, I want to do it right here. Self dot position 0 plus equals self dot velocity 0 by dt. And do the same thing for the y-axis. I missed. Alright, so that's the velocity. It needs a normalized velocity. So normalize. It didn't give me a suggestion. Come on. So normalize value amount around. So normalize self.velocity 0 by 0.1. Wait, no. It's got to be very large numbers, so 10 50 by dt around 0, so I don't need to specify that. So self.velocity 0 equals that, and then velocity 1. So that'll reduce the velocity down to 0 over time. So now I can move, like, knock it around by changing its velocity. So I'm gonna have to do this at a bit of a dirty way for now, but whatever. So if no, for entity in self.game.world.entities. Is it actually just entities? Yeah, it is. Entities. If entity, well, if not is instance Wait. No, I think I just have to do, if not, thanks, Kite. If entity does not equal self.game.world.entities.player, so it can't be the player that I'm looking at. So everything else is just assumed to be an enemy for now. If entity dot, does it have a rect? Yes, it does. Dot rect dot collide rect. No, it's collide point. Self dot position. I'm gonna actually move this below the movement stuff. How should I do this? I'll knock it back in the angle of the projectile. So, entity dot velocity 0 plus equals math dot cosine of the self dot rotation by 200. What happened? Did I hit page down? What happened there? Okay, so sine. Is that enough? He's gone. So 1, I think the knockback was too hard, and then 2, I don't think the normalization was fast enough. Boop boop. Oh, where'd he go? Hello. So 500 by dt? Because the knockback speed I think is appropriate. Yeah. So 1000 by dt. What dt? What? Oh, that's why. I see the issue. It doesn't remove the projectile, so it just keeps messing with it. So return false. And I could do this. Self.rotation plus math.pi. Do I have math? Yeah. Okay, it's resisting a bit too much there. So projectiles, this can probably be 300, and apparently I don't need that math.pi. I can probably do more sparks than that. Let's do 8 to 12. Just have a little fun with that. Ah, come on, I can do more. It needs to be a lot more dense than that. 15 to 30. Boop. There we go, that's what I want. It's sliding a bit more than I'd like. Later on I'm going to add like force values. But this is fine for now. Actually, still not quite how much I'd like it to be. So I could just like follow it by using infinite jumps. Okay. Gonna read the chat again, and then I'm probably gonna end the stream. Lots of people talking in Portuguese still. Class inheritance is the first thing you understood. You don't know good old calling a function. In like, there's lots of simple stuff I use, but the higher level conceptual stuff is the more complicated stuff, I guess. How long does it take to learn to do Python games? I don't know. It depends on the person. Yeah, Pygame itself is super simple. I took a while to learn it because I was very young when I started, and I didn't quite get it. Pygame would not become... Wait. Yeah, Pygame would not ever be widely used for game development, I don't think. Because it's just... well, it depends. I would have to see what happens with Pygame 2.1. I wonder what the performance is going to be like, but it doesn't have the benefits you get from like OpenGL type things. It doesn't have shaders and whatnot. And it's a framework. Most people do use engines, and yeah. Now, what is possible is an engine that uses Python. I've made a game with Godot, and I have a video with the time lapse if you'll check. You guys talking about Pygame still? Yes, I only use Pygame for my game. Well, I have the Godot game, but I primarily use Pygame. And yes, I've played Cave Story. If your jumps aren't working, watch my video on the subject. The code is in the description as well, like in those tutorials. This isn't very much code for one file. You haven't seen my games that are all in one file. It's like like 2,000-3,000 lines sometimes. You're not supposed to do that, but I did. Projectiles are fairly simple. I don't think I really need to make a tutorial on that. There's tons of examples in my games. It's just an object that moves around. IQ is... I'm pretty sure IQ is calculated relative to other people of the same age. It's not a flat thing, from what I understand. That's why they can take like babies and not babies, like toddlers, and estimate their IQ and stuff, and like yeah. I think that's how it works. I'll take a look at the showcase channel when I'm done. Yeah, I wish Godot used Python as well. I think there are some things that they, like some specific things they wanted for themselves, but they don't have things like list comprehension, which drives me crazy. Like some of the best features of Python they've taken out. They stripped it down to the basics. It's just like, to a beginner it looks the same, but functionally it's fairly different. How do you render 3D in Pygame? Math. Okay, so I think I'm gonna stop here. Yeah, I've been streaming for 2 hours, and I streamed for like over an hour earlier, like combined today. I think I've streamed for almost 4 hours, so yeah, I'm gonna end it here. Bye.